Alright, what's up there, SEO pros? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. So if you're brand new to SEO or you are looking to improve your SEO game, you're in the right place. I'm going to be showing you or telling you how to do that, as well as answering questions that you might have live on YouTube. So if you want to make sure you get notified next time I do another Q&A like this and be able to ask questions live, I do recommend you press the subscribe button next to the bell icon so you can get notified. So also we have a pretty cool Facebook group that I'm going to leave a link to in the description, and I also notify people in the Facebook group so they can know when we go live as well, just in case you don't hit the subscribe button. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this in here, and like that. And then one more place we have available, if you're interested in, is a Discord group. And the Discord group is kind of cool because it's more like a live chat. Again, all of the links to this stuff will be in the description of this video, but just really depends on what you're into. Whoops, meant to tag the group. We got about 18,000 people in the Facebook group, and on the Discord channel we have about, looks like, I think it's about 800. So that's pretty much it. So I think what we're going to do is just start going through some of the questions that people have been having on our most recent videos, or my most recent videos. And then what I'll do is I'll start answering some of the questions from the Facebook group, or any questions you guys might have in the live chat. Sound good? Okay. Good morning, Twaino. What's up, Tanya? How you doing? Jason says, how is ranking on Google Maps affected? My account has more rating than my direct competitor, but still I am not showing up top on list for national search unless I zoom in my map. So I'm a little bit confused. If you're trying to go for Google Maps, what do you mean by national search? You talking about for like your brand? I think what you're saying also is that you have more reviews than your direct competitor, but you're still not showing up higher than them. And I think this is actually a question that somebody had in one of the videos. If you have more reviews than your competitors, obviously it's going to help your overall relevancy. It's going to get people to want to click on your stuff more and hopefully bring up your results. One of the things that you do want to look at is whether you're responding to reviews or not, because that's supposed to be a factor in that. Another thing is there's a lot of other things that you want to probably look at. Like, is the Google My Business optimized with pictures of your location, of your services? Are you building citations? So what I would do is go through the checklist that I created, the local checklist, and try to see if you're doing all the things that I'm talking about here. So you just go to the website, free resources, local SEO checklist, and then here it is. Go through all this stuff first, and then if you're still having a hard time ranking, then let me know. But that should probably help a lot. Brendan says, what skills do I need to get an SEO job? So that's a really good question. I would say you want to be able to know how to do the things that are on the questionnaire. So I created a list of SEO interview questions, and you can go check these out on my website, but you should be able to basically answer all of these. And I'll link this as well in the live chat so you can check it out. All right. So let me go into some of the questions on YouTube and go back over here. So some of these are more comments, so sorry, we'll just get through these. Hey man, recently subscribed to your channel, love your videos, just wanted to ask if there is one or more WordPress themes you recommend for better SEO. Thanks. Okay, so generally the best theme for WordPress SEO is the theme that you know how to design well, and that's not going to make your load times over 2.5 seconds or 2 seconds. I don't really think that themes really do affect SEO as long as you're like able to do what you need to do to put content out there and design them well. I would be more concerned about, again, like if you get a theme that has super slow load times because it has all these bells and whistles. So in terms of like the best themes, I would recommend, I just use like Divi because it's easy to edit. And even then, I usually have other people do the design for me, if that makes sense. Okay, Crowley, I don't know. Crowley says, the last part is clutch. I spent a lot of time getting good at a lot of things and working on numerous projects at once. As soon as I focused on specific things, I was able to make a lot more money and scale faster. Pro tip for getting started. Yeah, so I mean, if you're brand new and you're just kind of running around trying to get everything done, it's really easy to get distracted by money, because obviously when you first start out, your main goal is to make money. But as you start making more money, then you have to figure out, okay, well, is this something that I want to do long term, or is this something that, I kind of use to get to where I'm at, and now I'm going to focus solely on a certain thing. At the beginning, you're obviously going to be wearing a lot of hats, trying to, do your trying to do your own sales, do your own SEO, do your own client management, all that stuff. But at a certain point, you're going to want to figure out, if all of that is for you and whether or not you want to keep doing that. Marco says, Chase, I am your faithful follower, and I wanted to ask for a favor if possible. Trying to make some buck in order to pour it to a rank and rent business. Took your course on that subject already. Would you be willing to write a brief recommendation on my LinkedIn profile? That way I can gain some credibility in order to get some jobs that I'm ready to over-deliver. I just come from learning the most cutting-edge staff from you and eager to get it going. Okay. So I don't really use LinkedIn, but I don't know if this is really, I don't even know how to make recommendations. So yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I guess I'll just connect with you. Okay. Oh, thanks, Brendan. Brendan says, thanks for the link to the interview questions. It left me a $5 super chat. Thanks, man. You're welcome. Okay, so in chat, we got Amol says, how to land up with local SEO clients. I think you just mean how to land local SEO clients. So there's a lot of ways to do it, right? So generally what I recommend is figure out your niche that you want to go for. So like, let's say you wanted to start helping iPhone repair companies. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try to create your own site somewhere. It doesn't have to be in your town, just somewhere that's, not super competitive, so that you can do this and rank your own site. Because you want to have some sort of case study or some sort of way of showing that you've been able to do this before. And then once you have your own website ranking, then you can start using that as sort of a template to rank other people's websites and reach out and say, hey, look, I did this for my own company. I want to do this for you. And then start putting out content around that niche, around like, bringing in leads for iPhone repair companies, the different SEO things you're going to need to know for SEO company or iPhone repair companies. You want to be like the knowledge expert on your niche locally, but also putting out national based content so you can build an audience and build that into your local authority. Jason says, if I search keyword in country city, my account will not show on the first initial list. Okay, when I scroll a bit on my map, I will show on top. Do you think my business category is the main cause? Divi theme is the best for SEO. So my account will not show up on the first initial list when you search for your keywords on your country or city level. I don't know if it's your business category or what it could be. I mean, it could be a lot of things, which is why I said go check out that list that I told you about on my website. Make sure you're checking that stuff off first, and then once you do, then let me know if it's still happening. Twano says, do you have any example for best practices to optimize page for local SEO services? Yes, it's on that list. Here, I'll put it in chat. Hold on, let me get it. I just put it in chat for you guys. All right. Jason says, WooCommerce updated to latest version, still facing the same issues. Any recommendations since it is affecting my SEO rankings? I'm not sure what you're referring to in terms of WooCommerce giving you issues. Sorry, Jason. I don't know what you're talking about. DRJS says, thanks for the content. You're welcome. Jason says, I've tried methods like these and they turn out to be stressful. Easiest way I found is start your own business and do the work yourself or sell website. Okay. Elise says, hey Chase, I'm still having trouble accessing your free audit template linked in the description. Any chance you can help me with this? So I think it should be working. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why. Let me go click on this. No, it's working. I don't know. Some people have a hard time with it, but it should be working fine. Phoebe says, hey Chase, do you have a step-by-step local SEO course? I'm a newbie and I would love to over-shoulder videos on ranking a local site. And yeah, I do. Everything is within my certification now, so it would be right here if you wanted to check it out. Zenflint says, hi Chase, I am moving my business to new location. What is the best way to do it? Is it in the same area? Is it going to be in a completely different state? Generally, you're going to want to move your Google My Business address to the new location either way so you can keep your reviews. And then you're going to want to get a citation cleanup probably. I use Citation Builder Pro, and they do citation cleanup. So they basically find all of your current citations and then they move them over to your new address. And then obviously you'd want to have your on page represent sort of what your new address is going to be about, right? Determined Soul, what's up? What should I focus on more, getting clients or providing value? I'm still working on my website and have a Facebook with my business name. Just want to know where my focus should be. Yeah, so that's a good question. I would say you want to focus on sort of both. They kind of come hand in hand. So like when you're putting value out, you want to do it with the idea that you're going to lead clients somewhere or lead your visitors or your viewers or whatever to a potential like next step. So for instance, like me doing these videos, I do them with the idea that I'm going to pitch something generally. Because obviously I'm giving out value and I'm getting people to engage with me. But there's always going to be the next step, which is like, okay guys, after this, I want you to, go to my website, fill out this contact form, and just all you have to do is just apply. Let me know a little bit about you, and then if you're within my criteria, I'll give you a free coaching call for like 30 minutes or something, one-on-one. And then I would leave that, in the chat. So again, the point of what I'm doing right here is I'm not just focused on getting clients. Like it's one of my lesser worries. I'm more focused on getting engagement and giving out value. But then I always put some sort of like tripwire in there where it's like, okay, by the way, go get this, or by the way, go do that. And then it's the same thing. So when I get on like a free coaching call or I give away a free SEO audit or whatever it is, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm just going to be like, hey, what can I help you with? What are your problems? So on and so on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, by the way, you might want to get a couple more hours with me. It sounds like you're having a lot of problems or whatever. It's going to be like $400 or by the way, you might want to check out the SEO certification. It's going to be, $3K or whatever. And then depending on whether they get the low barrier or the high barrier, then if they get the low barrier, let's say they spend like $200, $400, whatever it is, then on there, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to coach them for like an hour or two and be like, okay, by the way, make sure you get the certification. So I'm just going to keep bringing them up. But the first thing that I want to do, the first thing that you should probably be doing is getting people to engage with you. And then once you have people viewing your stuff, that kind of thing, then you put tripwires in there. But your biggest thing should just be value, 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 value. Okay, Jason says Google Webmaster error, either offers, review, or aggregate rating should be specified. WooCommerce updated latest version, still facing the same issue. So yeah, it sounds like you don't have your aggregate ratings in there, and it might be because your pages just aren't getting reviews yet, which I don't think is a big problem. Rules says, what about near me website? Create or not? Please answer. Like pizza near me, hotels near me. I think that was something a lot of people were doing. But these huge sites started capitalizing on, like Yelp and I don't know, some of the other big indexing websites. So you'd have to be competing against them now, and I think it's probably you'd be better off just creating like actual local websites that are like real sort of businesses that you can use to either rank and sell or rank and rent. Saudi says, if you have to hire an SEO guy, what skill sets or characteristics would you look for? Okay, so that's a good question. I think if I had to hire somebody, my biggest concern would be how fast they can get the work done, and whether or not they're good at problem solving. So like, I can pretty much teach anybody anything when it comes to like SEO stuff. Like that's what the certification is for. But a lot of the time, people will be so distracted by other things that they like won't get the SEO stuff done fast for clients, which shouldn't take super long, or they won't be problem solvers, and they'll hit some sort of like block where it's like, oh, I don't know how to do conversion tracking, and then they just won't do it. So that would be like the two biggest qualities, I would say, for me at least. Real Dance Hall Fan says, I'm getting a sitemap error on Google. It couldn't fetch sitemap. Okay. I kind of have to look at it. I don't know why. I don't know if you're referring to Google Search Console or if you're just referring to like it being indexed on Google. Twino says, do you have a strategy to leverage e-commerce with SEO WooCommerce? So to leverage e-commerce with SEO. So I think you're asking, do I have a strategy to do SEO for like e-commerce sites like WooCommerce? And yeah, I mean, it would be basically the same thing that you would do for any national site. You're gonna want to do a lot of stuff. Like internal linking is gonna be huge. You're gonna want to do info based content marketing, building authority. Generating reviews for those pages, building out the content so that it's matching like whatever the content related average is, like all those kinds of things. Unbiased says, I was inspired by your ranking trending content on YouTube video. Do you think you could make a full-time income from this? From ranking trending content? Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people who do that. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are just only doing like, tutorial type things about like how to do this, how to do that, for like new like apps and like new games and like that kind of thing. I think the harder part is figuring out how to monetize besides just ads, because you're going to want to start diversifying the way you're making money, and ads are only going to get you so far. So I definitely think you can make a bunch of money from doing that, but I think the hard part is going to be figuring out how to diversify how you're monetizing it. Jason says, some pages are auto-created by WooCommerce and WordPress category shop pages. Do they index better than a manual inserted page with product in them? Oh, that's also a good question. I think sometimes it's better to make your pages custom because I don't know how WooCommerce always is, but I know sometimes the category pages can be really thin, and sometimes it's better to be able to add your own sort of stuff in there. Real Dance Hall fan says that's what my site is about. Nice. John Smith says, how long have you been practicing SEO and how long was it till you actually started charging for your work? Okay, so I originally started when I was 21. I was actually like turning 22, but I was around like 21. And then I didn't really get hired doing SEO till I was like 22, so I didn't really consider it like 4 years, like more consider it like 3 years. But I started making money when I outranked everybody in my town for SEO and then got hired by the SEO company that was number one. And then I started making, at that agency, I was making like 50K a year. I was 22 at the time. And then about a year later, I left the company and I was working out of my garage that I was paying about $600 a month for. And then I started getting clients that were about $300 a month. So I wasn't making nearly as much as I was making at the agency. And then eventually, after I think it was like about 3 or 4 months, I started making like $8,000 a month from SEO clients. But I was like managing like 20 to 30 of them, and I was the only one doing all the work. So it was just crazy. Then like a year later, then I started making more like 20 to 30K per month. I made up to like 50K per month. That was like one of my best months, 50 to 60K, I think. Now I only make like 10K, but that's because I don't really do the services as much anymore because I don't enjoy them. So I could be making a lot more than I am right now, but I enjoy doing this kind of stuff more and like teaching and writing and that kind of thing. Okay. Cash says, "Hey Chase, do you suggest creating brand new WordPress installs?" Oh, creating. I thought you said create. You wrote creatine. I thought you were about to ask me like a workout thing. Hey Chase, do you suggest creating brand new WordPress installs for adding locations? Should each location have their own unique contents and keywords? Well, each location should each have their own unique contents and keywords, but I don't think you should be doing brand new WordPress installs. If anything, you'd probably want to create like a subdomain that's targeting the separate location if you were to really build out that location, but I wouldn't be doing subfolder like installs. That sounds kind of weird to me. Real Dance Hall fan says, I paid for some SEO work, but after I did it, I started to get so much spam comments on my blog. That doesn't sound good. I feel like maybe you shouldn't have bought that service. Psycho says, question, what do you think about Fiverr's service for Google Business Reviews Generator? Anytime you're automatically getting reviews that aren't real is a really bad idea, so don't do that. William Ballard says, "Sup, Chase?" What's up, William? John says, "Wow, inspiring. Thank you." Okay. John says, "What was your first project? How did you dip your toes in SEO?" I like that. I like that way of saying things. How did you dip your toes? So my first SEO project? Well, my first SEO project was my computer repair site. When I first heard about SEO, I was reading this book, and I was doing computer repair at the time for an IT company, and so I wanted to start like doing SEO for my own IT company. Basically, I wanted to start doing like my own company, and I was ranking. I wound up almost ranking number one for computer repair, but then I realized I liked doing SEO so much, so then I switched to trying to rank my own SEO site, and then I did that. So Riddle says, I like your all videos. Please make one to how to write full articles posts for affiliate websites. See what I can do. Okay, so Fang Shui Mi says Q&A yes, so we're doing that right now. Paul says, I have a local service business with a website that locally ranks number one almost all the time. More than twice as many reviews as the next guy. 250 plus photos when they have 10. I write posts and they don't even yet, yet they frequently outrank me. What gives? So again, I would definitely check out this checklist, the local SEO checklist, to make sure you're doing all the things that are in here first. If you're still running into problems, then it could be like a relevancy issue where you're not in the right category, or you're not in the right category, or or the person who's searching isn't, close enough to you, or you're not close enough to the, proximity of wherever that location is, or at least your business isn't. You could not be responding to reviews. You could be, the keywords could be a huge ranking factor in that. So having an exact match title, and the business might have the exact keywords in there and you don't. There's a ton of different things in there that could make it harder for you to rank. On-page signals, local markup, all that kind of stuff. So check out that list and then let me know. John says these Q&As are very informative. We really appreciate it. You're most welcome. And again, shameless plug, if you guys want to get a free one-on-one coaching call with me, you can fill out this form right here. And it says apply for a free SEO audit, but it's basically the same sort of intake. You can also apply for a coaching call with me. And if you match sort of the criteria I'm looking for, I will get back to you and give you a free call. Okay. Determined Soul says, what's your opinion or suggestion on the easiest CMS builders to migrate websites to WordPress? Okay, so what's my opinion on suggestion for the easiest CMS? I don't know that very well. I don't do a whole lot of design, so if that was something I was going to be doing, I'd just end up hiring somebody else to do it for me. So yeah, anything that's really kind of design related, I'm not really best at giving suggestions on. Okay, next question. We got Aaron says, hey Chase, could you make a video on how to sell leads to business owners, HVAC leads, for example? And so actually, in my certification rank and rent section, I go over this heavily. So I'll just put that in there. Okay. Jeffrey says, I have a local iPhone repair shop who recently found out that he can't use Google AdWords to market his own or his business because of the policy they have, which is new. They just put that in. So the only thing he can do is to rank in the local results, is to have a bunch of reviews. Is there anything else you'd recommend? Would it be even worth trying to rank in these organic results? Yes. Our iPhone repair company is doing very well organically and on the maps. I would check out this local SEO checklist and then let me know if you're having problems. Okay. Jason says, is it a good strategy to point lots of images, brand logos to their prospective company URLs? Website about a retailer carrying various brands. I'm not sure what you mean. Is it a good idea to point lots of images or brand logos to their respective company URL's website? I don't know what you. So are you saying having the brand logo on a different website, linking back to the website? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Psycho says, question: competitor is using illegal methods to rank. How can I report him to Google? Can you derank someone that was ranked for a long time? Yes. So you can go report website to Google, I think it is, and you can submit a complaint here, I think. Wait, no, it's right here. Is this it? Yeah. So file a spam report. So here you go. And people do this a lot, actually. Saudi says, kindly make more videos like basic stuff. Google Search Console for Dummies. I actually just recently did that. I don't know if you saw that, but I actually just made a... Oh, you're probably just referencing that, right? Okay. KC says, hey Chase, your light box for Clickfunnels pop-up is missing a graphic as well as an opt-out. You have an additional overlay behind that also obstructing access to the audits. At any rate, keep up the good content, and like someone else pointed out, don't delete the content that keeps us engaged. Thanks. I'm not sure what you're referring to in terms of the ClickFunnel pop-up, because I don't even have ClickFunnels anymore. So maybe you're talking about the opt-in on my website? I don't know. Joshua says, Chase, you know your shit. I agree you get lots of views and low comments. That is odd, but I wanted to let you know to keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, man. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. Like, if you're watching this later and you know you get value from these videos, I love it when you guys comment. So even if you just check in and say, hey Chase, thanks for the video, or hey Chase, how's it going, that kind of thing, totally makes my day. It's weird when I get like 600 or 700 views on a video and then I get like one comment. It just makes me feel kind of weird. Psycho says, thanks for the help. You're welcome. Saudi says, great tutorials. Thanks for learning a lot. You're welcome. Unbiased says, how much money is it for the SEO certification? So the way the certification works is you get basically weekly group calls that I do. You get access to all the recordings of the group calls as well. You get all my different courses, like my local SEO course, my national SEO course, my affiliate SEO course, my how to get SEO clients course, and then the main certification, as well as all the meetings and that kind of stuff. And the main certification is like 20 hours alone, which goes through all the different phases that I have. You get my software, lifetime access, you get my templates, you get one-on-one calls with me, bunch of great stuff. And then so the minimum barrier to entry is either $997 for 3 months, or it's $2,997 for just the full thing. But then you get lifetime access, you get continual group calls every week, and that's where really the most value is being able to talk to me every week and like have me basically coach you through what you're doing. John says, do you find yourself outside or are you cooped inside for most of the day? That's a really good question, John. I like the questions John's asking. I used to spend a lot more time inside. Now I'm kind of making myself go outside more. And so I've found things that I can do outside that I can still sort of like be like working. Like one of the things that I've been spending a lot of time doing is like doing more cardio and like running outside. That's really important. It makes me feel a lot better. It makes me sleep better. And then another one would be like, for instance, like if I'm just gonna, let's say I wanted to like start doing some like marketing or like doing some SEO or something for like my own website or like bring more people in. You know, I could easily just bring like a journal with me or like some sort of like, you know, like I could bring my phone and I could just start like writing out like some sort of like blog or video or idea or something that I would like to do while I'm like chilling at the beach or chilling at the pool or that kind of thing. That way I can like still like be outside and like doing, you know, like chilling, but at the same time like I'm still getting stuff done in a way. Jason says, client is a local retailer website carrying various brands. Is it a good strategy to create a page, our brands, on which all available in-store brands logo image redirects to another company, to the mother company? No, don't do that. That's just shady. Tanya says, you give great content. Thanks, Tanya. Psycho says, we appreciate your help, but we're shy to tell you. That's okay. Okay, so we got more questions. Vay says, brilliant, Chase. Also, where's the GMB checklist? Sorry about that. It should be right here. If I didn't put it in the video. Okay. Hey Chase, thanks for your, look at this guy Fufa. This guy's so awful. Hey Elise says, "Hey Chase, thanks for your videos. I tried to click on the free audit template link that you have in the description, and it takes me to your website, but pop-up window shows up for Clickfunnels, which I can't get rid of. I actually can't download the audit template. Okay, what is this Clickfunnels? Let me see this. Has it been redirect? Oh, it's been redirecting to Clickfunnels. Okay. Interesting. All right, sorry about that. Let me see if I can redirect that. So here, we'll just do a quick lesson on how to do a redirect, I guess. Log into your website, go here. Log in. Whoops. What's up, Mark Woodbury? Scientist says, what is this about? So we're just doing a little hangout where people are asking questions and getting answers about how to sort of rank their websites on Google. Okay, old URL is, what, do I have it? Yeah, there it is. And then the new URL is going to be here. That's pretty much all you have to do for redirects. So theoretically now, if they click on this, there we go. So now it's fixed. That's how you easily do a redirect. And that way, if that page had any rankings or something, the ranks can be passed over to that new page. William says, if you de-index a page, if it had any links pointing to them, should you 301 redirect them? Yes, I would definitely do that, unless they're like spammy links and you don't want them to be redirected. Psycho says, is it possible to remove Google reviews? Someone generated fake reviews on my Google business. You can report them. So like if you have a review that you think is BS, which has happened to me before, and sometimes you can't get rid of them. Like I've gotten BS reviews and I couldn't get rid of them. You can go to here and report the review. But generally you're going to want to get multiple people to report it in order for you to get it removed. Determined Soul says, are you still going to put up a client contract template? Oh, I still need to probably do that, huh? Yeah, I got a lot on my list. Maybe at some point I'll be doing that, but it's sort of lower on my list right now. I think it is in my certification already, but I might make a video for it as well. Okay, so Jeffy says, if proximity is the biggest factor for ranking locally, so it is only a matter of how far you are. My question is, most businesses want to be visible to customer, even customer not nearby. Right, which is why there's so many other factors as well. So here's what I'm going to offer for you guys, since we got most of these questions done already. If you would like, give me a call. I'm going to put my phone number in chat, and if you'd like to ask me a question, I'll answer the phone for the next like 10 minutes before I get off. So I just put my number in chat if you guys want to give me a call, and even just want to call and say hi or whatever. It's right there in chat. Alternatively, the number is 805-453-3586, and I will leave the number on the screen as well so you can see it. I guess I won't focus on my phone. There it is. Until then, let me see if I got any new posts. All right, we got a caller coming in. Hello.
Yo, Chase, how's it going, man? Thanks a lot.
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, man. I followed your stuff, and I ranked my website. It took me about 3 months, but it went to first on Google. So thank you a lot, man.
Nice. What industry are you in?
I was a spa, local spa.
Oh, nice. And so you're like ranking locally for spa right now?
Yes, yes, and but I was new, so I was just from beginning start following you,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pretty much doing your checklist and stuff like that, and actually worked.
Nice.
So yeah, man,
Right on.
I enjoy your stuff. You're really good teacher. I think you should keep on keeping on.
Nice.
You know.
Well, thanks for
Um,
letting me know.
so quick question. Quick
Sure.
question. So when it comes to like local SEO, we have already ratings on my Google My Business, all the reviews. So
Mm-hmm.
when you close that and let's say you have to move to new location, you have to how you transfer all that, because it goes like permanently closed if you close that business and you open new one. Like you know how to do it, like best way.
Yeah, so I mean, technically, you should be able to just go into the address and then just change the address, and then Google's going to review the changes, and they might need you to re-verify the new location, but then you should be able to take your reviews and everything with you. And then you'd also want to just like clean up all your citations from your old address to your new address, and you should be good to go.
Oh, okay, I use local Moz, to do the citations, so it should be easy.
Okay, well, with Moz, they only give you like the main data aggregators, I think, like the top 10 platforms. I don't know if they do anything differently now, but yeah, I would definitely check and make sure that you have, all the citations that you're going to want to have. I would use like White Spark to check.
Oh, okay, White Spark. Yeah, I see that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, White Spark. Okay, thanks a lot, my man. I appreciate it.
You got it.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay. So again, if you want to leave a call or give me a call right now, my number is 805-453-3586, and I'll leave a phone number on the screen so you guys can see it. Just if you want to ask any questions or so on. Okay, we got another call coming in. Hello,
Hi, this is Chase.
this is Chase.
Yes, how are you? This is Jason. I wanted to thank you for all the questions you've answered and for the information that you're sharing with all of us.
Right on, most definitely.
Honestly, it's been like 2-3 years I'm following your YouTube channel, and I've created your business because you inspired me on this.
Nice. So what kind of business are you doing?
I'm doing web development and SEO, but I'm a different region. I'm not in North America. I'm dealing in the Middle East. So, and I'm always like following your guidelines and everything. And for me, you're probably the benchmark in SEO as an expert. And anything you need from me, if you need any question, you can ask me anytime.
Right on. Cool.
We could exchange some questions. Sometimes we face different issues, and we could be exchanging these information altogether.
Okay. Yeah, man. So like, what's the biggest like problem you're running into right now?
Well, right now I'm facing that product problem, the one I've asked you before, and you told me like it's not a big issue, but I probably think it's an important issue. I've updated my WooCommerce, but I'm still facing it. I'm not sure how to deal with it, but when I find out how to fix it, I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, again, I think it's probably just because you don't have reviews on those pages, right?
I deactivated the reviews, but they say like I should mention my brand, and nothing. We don't have any category or something to mention the brand of each product in WooCommerce. It's not a default setting, but Google is looking for these. I don't know how he's finding these tags or how he's detecting this missing information.
Okay. Huh. And you checked out the structured data testing tool to see if it was there?
It's not there. I don't see it. I don't see it on the page.
Okay. So I mean,
I don't know.
so you might need to custom code that in then.
Maybe I'm gonna deactivate it using my function.php files, and I'll see what happens.
Yeah. Huh, because that's weird. I've worked with a bunch of WooCommerce sites and I've never had that appear, so it's really odd that it's not showing up.
Could it be an option that appears from previous plugin or something within the WooCommerce thing that used to be old on the website? Because I'm dealing with the website that was built 5 years ago, and I fixed it like 2 years ago, and now I'm still improving its SEO.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, again, like when I was doing the review stuff for people or like making sure the product markup was showing up, it was just a setting that I selected in WooCommerce that was like, enable reviews, and then it was showing up in there.
Yeah, but I deactivate all the reviews on my products for any client. Most of them, they don't want it. Simply
Oh.
because they're startup company. Most of them are a startup company, and they're not used to deal with those reviews and manage those stuff. So they ask to have it removed from the website.
Oh, that might
And
be
there
why.
some spams.
Yeah. So that could be the reason why.
Yeah, maybe I'll see what happens with it. Thank you so much, Chase. We'll stay in touch.
Yeah, it's good
And,
hearing from you, Jason.
Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye. Okay. So again, 805-453-3586 is the number to call if you want to ask any questions or just say hi or that kind of thing. Saudi says Facebook is turning itself into a kind of search engine, same like YouTube. Do you think it will affect Google or lower Google's value in the future? So, I mean, YouTube is Google's product as well now, right? They bought YouTube. So, yeah, I mean, video is becoming more and more and more used. I think that it's going to end up becoming more relevant in Google's eyes, or at least in the search results. But I don't know if it's going to lower the value of Google because it's just going to appear in Google and it's just going to improve Google's search. Tag says the Google update on June 3rd smashed all my SEO efforts on 4 of my main sites. Okay. Whew. That sucks. I don't know really. So the thing about me is like after like the first couple of years of doing SEO, I kind of stopped paying attention to Google updates because I found that a lot of them revolve around the same stuff. So generally, like I haven't had any of my sites get hit, and I think the biggest reason for that is because I never do link building. I only usually do on-page and like engagement type campaigns, like social campaign type stuff. So I mean, there's probably a high chance that you were doing a lot of link building to that site, I'm assuming, or you were doing something that probably wasn't 100%. Oh, drug and alcohol treatment centers. That's probably another reason why. Obviously, if you're in a certain niche, Google's going to be more prone to not liking you as much because of the way people spam certain industries. Yeah, you were doing a bunch of link building. Yeah, so I mean, that's probably why. So if you don't have your like other things down, like on page and content, all that stuff should be first, and then links should be like last, not vice versa. And that's why a lot of people I think get in trouble. Jason says you're saying on page is much stronger than link building. I wouldn't say it's stronger. I would say that it is a longer term strategy than link building. So like if you're just doing link building, which is what a lot of people do, and then you get hit, like what do? If all your stuff isn't like optimized well, or you're not doing your content well, or you're not building your brand well, or any of that kind of stuff, and all you're doing is just getting rankings from links, well, that's sort of a arbitrary way of showing value because nobody actually cares about how many links you have. The only people who care is Google, and Google cares about its users more than it cares about links. So that's how it works. So that's pretty much all the questions, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this Q&A and you want to see more in the future, again, please leave a comment. If you want to get 15 to 20 minutes of just coaching or whatever with me, I again will leave the link to that in the live chat right now. And then that's pretty much it. So until I see you guys next time, happy SEOing.